viewers, and welcome to Life Balance with Dr. Chinwe. And today with me, like I always say, I have beautiful people on the show, but this person is quite exceptionally beautiful. She's an amazing person. And as if that's not enough, she is from the royal family. Okay, she's also worked for herself in the aviation industry. She's been there for a while, over a decade or so. Am I correct?
Yeah, 20 years.
20 years in the aviation industry, and she's also in the but right now she's doing something that is so amazing that we are all looking forward to, having in this country, and that's talking about children. She has a Children Empowerment Foundation, and she's going to be talking about that very briefly. Okay, she's really a fantastic person, and her name is no other person than Princess Mercy Suess. Just listen to the name I said, Suess. I'm sure you're going to be wondering, where is that name coming from? She's going to explain to us about the name in a jiffy. You're welcome to the call, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chinwe.
You look so amazing. I like your hair.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's take a break. We'll get back to her. She's going to talk to us after the break. Welcome back to the show, and of course, right here we have a beautiful princess, and she's like I said, she's from the royal family. And so let's get to know you officially. And there's so many things that we need to unravel about you. You're such a very busy person, but you don't even have time to come, tell us all about you. You're a full package. Humanitarian service is there. She's a philanthropist. She takes care of all the children. She's done so well for herself, and she's so young. And I wonder how she's able to balance all of this despite her busy schedule. Mom, once again, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chinwe.
Okay.
But maybe I'm not that young. I look young, maybe, because I get it of that, but I'm not that young. Actually, I'm celebrating my birthday this weekend.
Oh,
yes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm celebrating my birthday this weekend. It's more like a charity work,
Okay.
because you can celebrate charity from me.
Mm.
And I've actually hit the 45.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
wow. You look 30. You
I'm
look
hitting
30.
45,
But
yeah.
even at that, you've done so well. Even at 45, you've achieved so much that people at 40, 50, 60, 70 have not even gone halfway of what you've achieved so far. Especially when it comes to touching lives. Once again, thank you. Welcome. Tell us about your name, first and foremost.
Oh, Suess. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm always very conscious of names, but I believe that God has predestined me to bear this name right from the beginning of time.
Okay.
Because my surname, my maiden name was Umo. Umo
Okay.
means wealth.
Okay.
So Mercy Wealth. And then when I met my husband, his name was Suess.
Mm.
And I'm like, what's the meaning? And he said, sweet. I'm like, sweet? Oh. And so if I marry him and I put my name, I take his name on, I'm going to become Mercy Sweet. Mm-hmm. So it means sweet mercy.
Oh, sweet mercy.
So,
That's nice.
it suits me. So I love the
It really
name.
suits you.
Yeah, I love the name. And my foundation is Frau Suess Children Empowerment Foundation.
Oh, okay.
And of course, Frau in Dutch means woman.
Oh, okay.
So the foundation is like sweet woman.
Oh, okay.
Although
Wow.
it's my surname. But if you translate it, you're getting Sweet Woman Foundation.
Oh, okay.
So. And I think it also suits the things that we do and the things that I do with my team and all that. So, yeah.
You're actually looking sweet, all around. Okay, tell us about your royalty, because you're also a princess. I know you're from the royal family. So tell me about that.
My mother, my grandfather, my maternal grandfather was a king.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere back in the days, he had twins.
Okay.
And twins was a taboo in my hometown.
Where's your hometown?
Akwa Ibom State.
Oh,
I'm from
okay.
Akwa Ibom State.
Oh,
I'm from
okay.
Orokanam.
Oh, Rokanam, I
I'm
know
proudly
that.
Orokanam
Oh,
daughter.
really? I know. Mercy Suess stopped the killing of twins in
Yeah,
Calabar, so I
yeah,
know that story.
so in my village, twins was a taboo. So as a king, he cannot have twins. And
Really?
when he had the twins, they insist he has to kill the twins. So instead of him killing the twins, he took the twins with his wife and went on exile. Those days you have a particular part of the land where they say is the evil forest or whatever, so nobody goes there.
I know.
So he took the twins and moved in there, and he stayed there. And but from my paternal side, my great grandfather was the king,
Okay.
and my my grandfather was the second son.
Okay.
So yeah, we're from a royal family, but my grandfather wasn't the sitting king; his brother was.
Oh, okay.
So the kingship runs in his senior brother's family.
Okay.
And,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So
that's
all
that's
royal,
that's,
royal,
that's
royal
the story
thing.
behind
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay. So also tell me, I'm looking at your degree. Okay, you have this beautiful degree that is quite exciting. Your first degree, your BSc, is in conflict
Peace studies and conflict resolution.
peace studies and conflict resolution.
Yeah.
I think you're the best person we need in Nigeria today, because a lot of conflicts going on here and there and all of that. So has this course been able to help you in any area of your life?
Quite a lot. You see, one thing with me is that somehow I have not been very fast in doing everything, but whatever I have chosen to do, when I choose to do them, has actually been something that was affecting me and means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like my degree gave me the opportunity to learn a lot about how to resolve issues, how to handle issues, history about things that have happened in the past and why they happened, and who did what, and the solution, what it was and what could have been, and all of that. So yeah, that gave me a foundation on all of that, and some principles that you apply during peace resolution, or so. And when I work with the Lufthansa,
Okay.
I worked with Lufthansa for over 20 years.
Oh, okay. That's why you got your aviation. Oh, okay. I
Yes,
see. Okay,
yes.
because I know you're very much in aviation.
Yes,
Okay.
and I spent the best part of that in the baggage service department.
Okay.
Now that is the most difficult department to work in the aviation, because when there are delays, you get the customers come to you. When the baggage don't show up, when it's missing, when it's damaged, when it's, because a whole lot can happen.
Yeah.
The customers come to you. So I'm that person you come to pour all your grievances and all that on. And I'm trained to listen.
Okay.
I'm trained to resolve issues. You see
Okay.
where my degree comes in
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, you look real peaceful, as a matter of fact.
Yes, I'm trained to do that. So I can listen a whole lot, because when I listen, I get to know what the real problem is, because sometimes what triggers your reaction is not really the problem.
Okay.
It could be piled up. Other things are piled up that brings it up. That this little thing that happened here just triggered a
I
whole
think
lot
you're
of
right.
things.
Yeah.
And sometimes your concern might not actually be what has happened, but the consequence or the things that will follow after this might be what the problem is. So I get to deal with people with different kinds of emotions. Some people come and they're shocked because they can't believe that can happen and they can't comprehend it. Some people come and they're furious and they're really upset. And and then some people come and they're understanding, and some people come, they've experienced it before. Some people come like you're having a wedding tomorrow or in 2 days' time, and you arrive, your wedding dress did not show up.
Yeah.
That can be devastating.
Very, very.
And you see someone angry, and same person, and next minute breaks down and starts to cry. And the person is still in front of me. I still have to handle this person.
I know.
You know. And my focus was always to like resolve everything and bring peace and make this person happy again, even if maybe in some situation I'm not able to actually give you exactly what you wanted back, but at least I can resolve the issue to such a state that you can see an effort has been made and you can appreciate that, and that you're still happy with your event or whatever you were supposed to do.
Like
Carry on.
some
So,
time ago, I think when I was coming back from Rwanda, a couple of similar years back, I was coming back finally to Nigeria, okay, and of course I had some of these very beautiful antiques I want to show off here and all of that. Those things never came here. All the things I used to, I was bringing back to Nigeria. Finally, I never got to see my baggage up till now. I kept going to the airline over and over. It was like it was gonna come. At the point, it was like missing. So sometimes we just get frustrated, and for some people
actually,
people like us,
the
we can.
airlines, actually, the
Were they supposed to
airlines
pay
need,
me or something?
they have a maximum they can go
Okay.
when the bag doesn't come at all. Yes, they will pay you, but they have a maximum. It cannot be exceeded. It doesn't matter what the content of the bag was.
Wow.
The law protects that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, for someone like me, like you say, you have different types of people. There are some people that just take it easy, and I think at some point I got tired of going, and I just
I had a colleague
moved
who
on.
works in the same department with us once, and then she traveled, and she arrived. Her bag was delayed, and she came shouting at me.
And she's your colleague.
She's my colleague. She actually used to handle passengers. And she came shouting at me. I just kept quiet and laughed her. When she was done, I started laughing. I said, welcome. Now go and fill your phone by yourself. Then she realized what was going on. I said, you're shouting. You see how passengers used to feel? That's why you cannot be angry when they shout at you.
Yeah.
Now you learn, and I hope you understand it.
Wow. It
But
takes a lot of guts to be able to handle such.
That was a good experience for me. That was like,
I can imagine.
I can't forget that.
So are there cases where they get so angry? Because I know some people can really get very violent. Are there cases where the passenger gets so crazy and all of that, and they do something very irrational to the, to the person handling the...
Yeah. That's why you have to be calm. You have to be very calm and allow them have their say. So even if a passenger is shouting at the top of his voice and order, I'm not going to tell you to keep quiet. I'm just going to listen to you, and I'll show you that I'm hearing you. And I listen to every single thing you're saying, but I pick out the things that are important that will help me to help you.
Okay.
And at some point when you take and at some point when you take a break, I'll ask you a question that will help me. Sometimes when I ask the question, they flare up again, and then I have to keep quiet again and all that. But yeah, that's about the aviation industry.
Wow, that's so exciting to hear. Okay, and so now you have left the aviation industry, and you're facing the charity organization only, or are there other things you're doing outside that?
Well, when I turned 40, that was also the same year I left Lufthansa.
Okay.
And I knew my life was going to start all over again. Okay. I have finished a phase, and I'm starting a new phase. So right now, when you ask me right now...
Okay, was it intentional that you left, or you just felt... Or, I mean, had you put a time frame for yourself? It looks like you're very particular about age and everything, So did you say to yourself, at 40, I'm going to resign, or I'm going to quit my job?
No, I wasn't actually paying attention to the age. I wasn't. But God has a way of working with you. You see, in everything you do, in everything that you do, no matter your planning, your scheduling, your everything, you always have to work with God.
Yeah.
Because He's got your life mapped out before you were even conceived. He knows everything about you. That's why I'm never desperate about anything.
Okay.
I'm not anxious about anything.
Oh,
People
really?
shouldn't be anxious about anything in life.
Yeah.
Anything at all.
Wow.
My hands
It's
are like
difficult
this. You can take anything from me. I'm not going to hold you back.
Wow.
You can take anything from me.
And that's because you're a philanthropist. Don't forget.
No, apart from that, it's also about God. Because I believe that whatever I am, whatever I own, whatever I be, it's all for God. He will give blessing to he whom he will bless.
Yeah, correct.
He will give responsibility to him whom he will give. He will cause people to cross your path for his own reasons. And for me, I'm always conscious and trying to find the reason why God caused our path to cross. So I'm never angry. I don't take anything personal.
Wow.
You might do something and think I should take it personal, but I don't, because I believe that there was a reason why you came this
I'm
way.
actually learning a lot
And when
from
that
you.
reason is over, I don't have any reason to hold you on. I have to let you go.
Wow.
I have to. So
Wow.
I help a whole lot of people, but I don't expect them to help me, because I have also experienced a whole lot of help that didn't come from places that I've invested.
Wow. That's
I
really...
was taking care of my children, my adopted children, and many other children, and the children in the orphanage homes, the children. While I was working with Lufthansa, I was running the foundation. All of my earnings was going into the charity work.
Okay, so let's take it all from there. Let's talk about your charity, okay? Because you've done so well, really. You know, I mean, you were already working and you already had a foundation at the same time.
Yeah, I was
Now,
running both.
so how did this foundation come about? Have you always wanted? Okay, were you always like how did you think about having a foundation?
At first, I wasn't thinking about having a foundation.
Okay.
At first, I was thinking about growing myself, and I was learning as a child. I was learning from other families I see, other people I see, things I like in the society. I was learning from everything. I was opportune to grow up in an environment where you see the richy rich, the average, the poor, and the poor poor. And we were all in the same primary school.
Okay.
So you see a child whose parents come to drop off in school with nice backpack, food, flags, shoes, nice shoes, clean everything. Drop off and they come into the school compound, and you see another child walking to school with a torn butt. As in the knicker is torn, the child has no shoes on.
Wow.
And the child doesn't even have a school bag, and it's just walking into school. The uniform are all old. You know, a shirt, the way they wrinkle, when they're very old, they wrinkle, and the button is, you button here, you have holes everywhere.
Yes, I know. I know.
And that same child is also coming into the same place, and we are all in the same class. And I learned from that young the difference between the rich and the poor.
Oh, wow.
It is not about what your father has or what your mother has or who the, sorry, let me not use a bad language, or who they are. It is about you. What do you have on the inside? I learned that as a child in common classrooms like that, because the rich man's child that comes and they drop off in school with a school bag and everything, comes to class, and we sit down and we learn the same thing from the teacher. In a test or so. The child who was dropped and all that didn't do so well in the test. At the end of the day, the teacher wants to relate more with the child that had no shoe. Yes, they're angry he doesn't have a shoe, but because he's smart, someone decides to buy him a shoe.
That's correct.
And someone tells him, tell your parents to change this knicker. Another one says, come and wear my own knicker. Another child gives a child a knicker. And makes,
at that age,
and
there's no discrimination.
Yes, you see yourself making friends with him and protecting him and making him one of you because he's intelligent. And the child whose parents bring to school, he will have to be the one suffering the brunt, because we say, so where's your lunch? Bring your lunch here. Because he's not smart. You know, you take the crown away from him. So I as a child then would reason, and I realized that it wasn't about who my father was, because I wasn't from, my parents weren't rich. They were average. I come clean to